In our next story, we look back at Tzu Chi's response to the Japan earthquake in the chaotic days immediately after the disaster. The office in the Shinjuku area of Tokyo stayed open so people walking home could rest, and volunteers also helped overseas Taiwanese find their relatives.
A cataclysmic 9.0 magnitude earthquake struck northeast Japan in the afternoon of March 11th.
It shook for a long time and we all knelt down to pray to the Buddha and Guanyin. Although we were startled, we kept our composure to comfort the more frightened volunteers. It is the first time we had experienced such a big one.
Inside the Tzu Chi office in Tokyo, the all-women volunteers stood firm despite the cracked walls and ravaged workspace with fallen items. They set aside their personal fears and started thinking about those in need. The Tzu Chi headquarters in Hualien, Taiwan established a command center, with the Tokyo office as the local coordination center.
We must gather information from each area. We must find out which areas are the hardest hit and in the most need. This is our focus. We will do our best with those hearts and souls rattled by such a big disaster. We will carry out relief work to the best we can.
After the initial tremor, small and large aftershocks continued, halting Tokyo's mass transportation system. Eager to be reunited with their loved ones, people had to walk for hours. Though among the stranded, Tzu Chi volunteers opened their office to the public to come in, take a break, have a drink, and warm up.
We empathized with them. We thought at least we could let them come in and rest for a while. If they still had a long walk home, we could at least give them a cup of hot tea and let them rest up a bit to recharge their energy.
One sitting walked over 2 hours to get here. Fortunately, we had just prepared some bread, which he ate. He wanted to come and help, so he started walking from a little after 4 o'clock and got here at 7.
Some walked to be reunited with their families, others walked to help. That evening, 350 people stopped over at this rest station, which stayed open all night long.
Some Taiwanese students came by to borrow our computers to stay in touch with their families back home because their mobile phones were not able to reach Taiwan either. There was also a Taiwanese tourist who experienced a 9/1 earthquake in Taiwan and now experienced such a big tremor in Japan. He was thankful that Tzu Chi gave him a glass of water and a place to sit down and rest.
Without getting much sleep that evening, the office was bustling with activity again the next morning, coordinating every step with the command center in Taiwan. The first step is to inventory and repack the supplies inside the office so they can be sent out immediately if needed.
I believe residents inside the emergency shelters are in need of assistance, but we can't go over now. Why not? Because of the downed roadways and the nuclear radiation. If we go in now, we would only inconvenience others. Besides, now is the time for saving lives. We will, of course, make our move in a timely fashion, but in a carefully planned and sturdy fashion.
Disoriented by the disaster, many overseas Taiwanese called the Tokyo office for help. And like family, volunteers did their best. Even when reporters from Taiwan became stranded, they thought of calling Tzu Chi first.
TVBS reporters were trapped in Sendai by the train station. I gave them directions on how to get out of there. I told them, you must do your best to get out. Just follow the mountain path, which is passable. Don't dwell in that area anymore. You must get out. Then our local member told me the reporters had left when I couldn't reach them through cell phone. So I called their office in Taiwan to let them know their crew were okay.
The third day after the disaster, phone lines out of the country remained disabled. For those Taiwanese eager to reach their loved ones in Japan, Tzu Chi became missing person agency.
We've dedicated a line for people to call and then passes the information to Japan's Emergency Response Center, which did its best to help us track the missing down so that their families in Taiwan could rest easy. If the phone rings, we will follow through.
Whatever had to be done, the volunteers did it. In 2 days, everything is ready to carry out a hot meal service as soon as someone makes a request.
We've already prepared everything. We can provide between 500 and 2,000 hot meals. If necessary, we can increase that number. All our equipment has been thoroughly prepared.
With the accumulated experience from worldwide disasters, Tzu Chi always responds quickly but cautiously. After such a huge earthquake, volunteers are looking for possible opportunities to show their compassion.